What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Yes, we're in a bit of a snowstorm today, and usually I wouldn't be too excited about coming out and filming in this weather, but today we have the perfect gun for a snowy environment, and the timing just could not have been any better. So I don't really play video games that much anymore. I just don't have the time. But as a kid, I played video games non-stop. First-person shooters mostly, which is probably why I ended up here, and Call of Duty had to be my favorite game. Obviously, it has tons of really cool guns. I liked them all, I used them all, but there was one that I just liked a little bit more than all the others. And today we have probably my favorite Call of Duty gun ever in real life. And of course, I'm talking about the Kriss Vector, specifically the Arctic White Kriss Vector. So like I said, this had to be one of my favorite guns in Call of Duty, mainly just based off looks. It was so cool, and as a kid, I had never seen a gun that looked like this before. I've been wanting to get one of these for years. They're obviously very expensive, but luckily a gun shop called BFF nearby was kind enough to let me use this thing for a couple days and make a video on it. So if you're near Danville, Illinois, go check them out. They're super cool guys, and I appreciate them letting me borrow this thing. So like I said, this is the Kriss Vector. It is a 45 ACP, which I believe was the original caliber for these things, and I'm sure most of you have seen these in video games or maybe even other videos on YouTube. In its real configuration, it would be a submachine gun. Obviously, this is not fully automatic, it's just a semi-auto version, but other than that, it's pretty much identical. And what makes these guns so unique is the recoil system, which we'll talk about more here in a little bit. But I have not even shot this thing yet, and I'm absolutely dying to shoot it. So let's do that, and then we'll talk a little bit more. So like I said, the recoil system in this thing is what makes it kind of special, and it is a 45 ACP, so I'm curious to see what the recoil feels like. It does take Glock mags, which is obviously awesome, and these are YouTube compliant 25 rounders. One thing I've noticed just playing with it is it doesn't feel very left-hand friendly, and I'm obviously left-handed, so we'll see how it goes. I might have to switch and shoot right-handed a little bit, but very first shots, let's see if it works. Oh yeah. I like it. The sights are kind of low. I really have to get down on it, but well, it definitely feels really good. It has almost no recoil. This little thing on the brace is kind of hitting me in the nose. Oh, I'm an idiot. You can adjust it. All right, let's finish off the magazine. Much better. I was hoping it wouldn't be that nice because now I want to buy it. Let's shoot another magazine. I went ahead and repainted the target so I can see what my holdover looks like. Let's shoot another magazine. I absolutely love it. Actually, at 15 yards, it's hitting right where I'm aiming, and you can see how much higher the sights are than the barrel, so it must be zeroed at pretty close range. So it could be all in my head because I'm so geeked up on this thing, but to me, the recoil does not feel like a 45. It feels like a 9mm carbine, or maybe even a little bit less. And that is where the design of the Kriss Vector is different than almost any gun that I'm aware of. So typically, your action and recoil spring goes straight back, and you take all of that into the shoulder. With this gun, it goes back and down into this channel, and apparently helps mitigate a lot of that recoil into the shoulder. And to me, it feels like it works really well. However, I will say I've seen videos of guys shooting these full auto, and it might just be because the rate of fire is so ridiculously fast, but they don't look very controllable in full auto. But semi-auto, it feels amazing. Let me shoot this puppy right-handed for you guys so we can see the ejection pattern, and then we'll shoot some fun targets. I got some old car doors over there. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot them. See if we can knock the snow off of them. So far, it's running perfect. So one more thing I want to point out is just how white this thing actually is. I know that sounds obvious, but there are different shades of white. I believe in Call of Duty it was used by Russian Spetsnaz and other Arctic military forces, and it would probably be really useful for that because it blends in perfectly with the snow. Plus, it just looks freaking awesome. So aside from the action and the recoil spring, which is obviously very unique, everything else is pretty easy to figure out. The charging handle is really cool as well. It flips out like that for you to rack the gun and then goes back in after it's loaded, so you don't snag on anything or get hung up if you're moving around. The bolt release is right there, kind of like an AR, and then the magazine release is right there, and that's probably the only thing I don't like about this gun. Because it's on the grip, whether you're right-handed or left-handed, you're bound to inadvertently hit that magazine release and drop the mag, and I've actually done it a couple times just being out here today. So that kind of sucks. You could obviously grip it up here, but the barrel is really short, and it just feels nice to grip it right there where the magazine release is at. So if I could change one thing, that would probably be it. Other than that, I absolutely love this thing. And if I'm being honest, I thought it was probably overhyped and wouldn't be as cool when I actually came out to shoot it, but so far, I'm pleasantly surprised, and it's actually an awesome gun. All right, let's start destroying some stuff. We got some 12-ounce sodas on the table. I honestly don't even know if they're frozen or not, but let's see what the 45 does to them. I think we got most of them. Now we got all of them. Haven't tried a hip fire in a while. Still got it. Let's try a Firebird paint can. Now this is a tiny little target, and I don't know how dialed in these sights really are, but I'll give it a shot. Well, we got the paint can. Well, I didn't bring out a ton of different targets to shoot with this thing because the gun is so freaking cool. I thought we would just let it do the talking. So we'll shoot it a little bit more, and hopefully you guys aren't bored yet. And by the way, this Kriss Vector is a pistol, and I know some of you guys will want to see this. The brace is actually pretty cool. It opens up like that, and then that gives you a place to rest your forearm, and it just stabilizes it really well. One of the cooler pistol braces I've ever seen, actually. And then it obviously locks up really nice. It is adjustable. It's also a side folder, so you can just move it out of the way, and that looks freaking awesome. Let's shoot it like that. All right, pistol brace folded. Let's see if we can hit anything. Not bad. So it's actually not bad with the pistol brace folded. It's obviously much better with it flipped out, and I just feel like I can't miss with this thing. Well, our steel target already needs painted again, so I duct taped a can of spray paint to it, and we're gonna try some hollow points and see if the Kriss Vector can help us paint our target. Oh yeah. Fed the hollow points, no problem. And now our steel target looks beautiful again. Pretty good paint coverage on that target, and we painted the ground in the process. Let's take a look at the spray paint can. We got them right at the very top. Almost missed it, but we didn't, and that thing exploded. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for me today. I hope y'all enjoyed the video on the Kriss Vector. Unfortunately, I guess I have to take this thing back to BFF now. Again, I wanna thank them for letting me borrow it to make the video. And if they don't sell it soon and I keep going in there, I'm probably gonna end up buying it because I absolutely fell in love with this thing making this video. And if I'm being honest, I'd hyped it up so much that I was just expecting to be let down, and I was pleasantly surprised that I wasn't. It was actually as cool as I thought it would be. It just feels like a really expensive gun. Those of you that have shot, you know, high-end ARs or $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 guns, they just feel like they're probably not cheap, and this definitely has that feel to it, and the price tag reflects it because they're not cheap. And most importantly, it worked. I think we shot 250 rounds today and had 0 issues with any of the ammo. So I'll go ahead and give you guys one more close-up look at this beauty. Obviously, a very cool looking gun and a very unique looking gun. And like I said, when I played Call of Duty as a kid, this was my favorite gun in the video game, and I never really thought I would get to shoot one in real life. So I'm super stoked that we got to bring this out today. On that note, hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please let me know down in the comments below. As always, hit that like button for me, guys. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. I am tactical AF.